Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome, everyone, to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA. February is all about health and wellness. How can we achieve optimal health to all of us in our later years, which sometimes can be challenging? And I know for me, I make no secret to my listeners that I'm almost 68 years old and I can't do the things I used to do. I can't stay up long and have a short night's sleep like I used to do. There's a lot of things that I can't do anymore. But one thing that I do know is that there are ways for us to extend our health and make us feel better throughout our aging years. And so I am so proud to introduce to our listeners this week an amazing human being. And it's someone that I've known for a long time, Dr. Shawn Weiss. And Shawn is going to be with us here on Answers for Elders as our optimal health coach. And I'm so proud to have her with us. And Shawn, welcome to Answers for Elders.
Thank you so much, my friend. It has been, I was looking at it yesterday. I think we've known each other about 13 years.
Isn't that amazing?
That. You're having fun, right?
You know, you are such a go-to person for me, Shawn. And I have to say this in all sincerity. I think about fall prevention. The first person that comes to mind is Shawn Weiss. I think about anything involving physical therapy or home health or anything like that may need like recovery from surgery or anything. Whose podcast do I go to? I go to Shawn Weiss. And for those of you that are interested in Shawn's podcast on Answers for Elders, please check them out. She's under our specialists under the drop-down menu, and you'll see about 10 podcasts, and there's going to be a lot more coming soon. And so, but Shawn and we thought we would kick off Health and Wellness Month by just giving a wonderful overview about optimal senior health, which is kind of in how to thrive over 50. And I am so excited to learn more about this. So thank you, Shawn, for being here.
No, it's a pleasure. I'm super excited to kick off the month for you. And just thank you for having me. This is going to be an exciting adventure and topics that are near and dear to my heart. And one of those being how to thrive after 50. I'm going to be 54, and I've certainly been through some things. I went through early menopause and all these things that I've had to navigate myself and now others to navigate that. But, really have been helping humans of all ages for, over 25 years now.
Yeah.
I think the oldest client I've had was 101, and
wow,
taking care of people, younger than 12. So I kind of covered the whole spectrum.
Yeah. So when you say how to thrive over 50, that's an amazing statement there. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
Well, you have to look at everything. Health is not a one size fits all for everybody. And especially in the age where we're in now with social media, where we're getting bombarded on a daily basis with advice and really contradictory advice. 5 minutes later, you might hear something completely different. When you really start looking at, and one of the reasons I decided to develop some of the programs I did is what's an easy way to think about it. And, I deal with, the 6 main pillars of health. And that for me is so easy to organize because each one affects the other. And have everything in balance, which is the key. You need to balance all of these pillars of health in order for that to, help you thrive. You have to be able to, sorry about that.
That's okay.
You have to be able to hit all of those pillars of health. And if you don't, one little off balance system will exponentially affect the rest. So we deal with 6 pillars of health and individualize our treatment plan and our care plans. And it just is so helpful. And it kind of eases the chaos because people just want answers. They want to know where to go. As we get older, we're not sure. So,
and you talk about the 6 pillars of health. Oh, what are they?
Well, we start off with, and like I said, they all affect each other. I start off with exercise, of course, near and dear to my heart as a physical therapist, but confusion over 50 is, okay, well, what type of exercise? How much do I do? How long do I exercise? Am I allowed to get my heart rate up high enough? So that's one of the main ones. And then we look at nutrition, how to fuel your body properly, because as we age, things kind of change even with our gut health. Gut health is the third one. Gut health and inflammation, inflammatory conditions, inflammatory foods go hand in hand. So again, so exercise, nutrition, gut health. Then we look at stress. And stress is huge. You cannot remove all the stresses and all the daily stressors that we have, but the best way to manage them, right? How do we learn to manage our daily stress? Sleep is the fifth one. And again,
what is the fifth one?
Sleep.
Oh, sleep. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you just mentioned that, right? Things are just a little different. We can't just go and get 4 hours of sleep and feel refreshed.
No.
Why is that?
I remember when I was in my 20s, I'd go party with my friends on a weeknight, and sometimes I'd get home at 4 a.m. and I'd get like an hour's, hour and a half sleep, and I'd go to work and I'd be fine. This is crazy. There's no way I could do that now.
I have my Aura ring right now, and my Aura ring actually, which is super popular, but when
I
want
one of those.
Sleep quality, and it's been absolutely amazing. So now my friends joke, because I'm like, you know what, my Aura ring just told me on my app that it's about approaching my bedtime. I need to kind of wind things down. So I've developed a really good sleep pattern, sleep routine at night, and that's so critical as we get over 50. And then the last one is emotional health. And that's been huge, especially since COVID. I've seen more effects from COVID in emotional and mental health, and you have to have that. So we include, all of those, when I talk with clients and coach them.
And, when you think about, just this whole idea of the pillars of health, which is so important. How is society as a whole, as we grow? I mean, we're so obsessed with youth, right? I'm assuming that there's this, once we start to hit our later 50s, we're realizing that we're kind of moving into a new chapter of our life. Isn't that true?
It's so true. And what I've seen, Suzanne, over probably the last 4 years is just a shift. One of my sayings that I use all the time is, if you're not going to make time for wellness, you're going to be forced to make time for your illness. And you cannot wait till you get 65. So I do work with a lot of 45 and over. But what I see is a shift from, our healthcare system. I really do kind of call it a sick care system, because it really is kind of a pill for an ill. You get sick, you go to the doctor, you take medicines. And then what we're seeing is just some people just aren't still not feeling good.
Sure.
You're not feeling good. And that could be because you're on a lot of medications. But, the baby boomers, let me tell you, they are going to do this aging thing differently, and they are doing it.
They are doing it totally differently.
Yeah, that shift I've seen really in the baby boomers. They're
starting second careers. They are, doing all kinds of hobbies that, bucket list things that they always wanted to do, but they never did. And our parents didn't do that. They retired and they bought a motorhome, and they maybe took a road trip, right?
True.
We don't do that. The baby boomers aren't doing that.
They want to be active. They want to be able to run around with the grandkids. They want to travel. So they are, they're going to change the way this aging thing is going, right? So they are seeking answers, and they're seeking more holistic approaches to kind of add into, how they're handling their health. So it's, doing things holistically is something that you just see people craving right now, because the baby boomers aren't going to have it. They're going to feel good and live their best life.
Absolutely. And so Shawn and I, we are going to be here with all of you this hour, and we're going to talk about optimal health. How can we make changes today that will affect our future? And Shawn, I'm so excited. In the meantime, how do we reach you?
I can be reached a few different ways. You can reach me with free consultations on my website, which is Shawn/Michelle, and that's SHAWN/Michelle, MICHELE.com. Or you can always email me at ShawnWeiss18@gmail.com.
I'm looking forward to having you back in our next segment right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.